heart, hustle, baseball. The game lives here. This is Pioneer League. Watch on home team.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Glacier Bank Park for Pioneer League Baseball. My name is Scott Gladstone. So excited to have you along for the ride as today the Glacier Range Riders take on the Ogden Raptors in Game 2 of a 3-game series here. It's a smoky evening for baseball, but we're playing, and we can't be more excited to have you for this one. Last night, it was a fairly dominant performance by the Ogden Raptors, collecting 21 hits, having a sustained offensive attack, and defeating the Range Riders 14-6 on the Friday night. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll go over the starting lineups, get you set for baseball. We'll be right back with the starters.
Glacier Bank Park is just so beautiful. The absolutely stunning views, the facility that we have, we're just very fortunate.
This is a place where people can gather throughout the community. The location of the park itself is centrally located within the valley, and as such, it keeps everybody coming from all the different municipalities throughout the valley, and really it's just a hub for the community to meet.
My favorite thing about coming to the ball field is seeing old friends, seeing the beautiful complex, and the staff, how friendly they are. They greet us with friendliness, and the seats are awesome.
We also get to connect with folks as far away as Boston that are here on vacation that actually want to come to a ballpark because I talk them into it because that's how special it is.
So we come to socialize. We love our group and we just have a really good time. Of course, we like watching the game too. And we like to win.
Numbness and tingling in the hand can make you lose your grip. Hi, I'm Dr. Nate Fogel. I'm an orthopedic surgeon and hand specialist here at Logan Health. Repetitive actions can lead to a condition called carpal tunnel. Left untreated, these symptoms can interfere with your daily life. Our fellowship-trained hand surgeons offer patient-specific care to help you regain control. Here's to getting a grip on life.
Welcome back. Let's go over the starting lineups, starting with the Glacier Range Riders. Range Riders will be led off by Kyle Ashworth. Donovan Ratfield bats second. Brock Vradenberg third. Millen, Garner, and Hornung are the middle three, while Steele, Rover, and Beard are the bottom three. Jonah Giblin is the starting pitcher for the Range Riders this Saturday evening. On the other side, the starting lineup for the Ogden Raptors, Valentine leads off, Wilkinson second, Lane third, Ferraro, Lawrence, and Bavacqua the middle three, while Jordan, Gannis, and Bradley Powell round out the starting nine. It is Schaff, the starter on the bump for this Ogden Raptors squad. Range Riders looking to break up a losing streak of 4 straight against Ogden. We'll be right back with the national anthem and first pitch. Don't touch that dial. Range Riders and the Raptors coming right up.
This is Johns Manville, built on experience, guided by people who believe every detail matters. We manufacture commercial roofing systems with purpose, combining performance, protection, and long-term reliability. From the science behind our products to the trust earned on every job, we focus on what lasts and what comes next. Steady leadership, proven performance. Johns Manville Commercial Roofing Systems.
Welcome back in. Glacier Range Riders starting lineup just being finished. Introduced. Range Riders and the Ogden Raptors coming up here, but first we will send it down to the field for our national anthem, sang live in the stadium on this Saturday evening. Again, we'll send it down to the field for our national anthem.
At this time, please rise if you are able and remove your hats for the singing of our national anthem. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed, and the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets were clear, the bolts bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the brave and the home of the brave?
Our national anthem sang live in stadium. Let's go over the defense for the Glacier Range Riders, as it'll be Donovan Ratfield behind home plate, Tommy Rover over at third base, Jacob Steele the shortstop, Logan Beard at second base, and Brock Vredenberg is the first baseman for the Range Riders. In the outfield from left to right, Hornung, Ashworth, and Jake Millen. Again, Range Riders starting pitcher is Jonah Giblin today. He was the opening day starter for the Glacier Range Riders. He has a 6.67 ERA, 28 1/3 innings pitched. This is his sixth start. He's appeared twice out of the pen last week since returning from the IL, a stint on the IL where he was sorely missed. And opposing batters hitting .325 against him. He has 31 strikeouts at 28 1/3 innings, 17 walks. He was the week 1 pitcher of the week in the Pioneer League. Since then, obviously, the injuries kind of slowed him down, and now looking to get back at it in the starting rotation and back at it in terms of being able to eat up innings for this Range Rider squad, who has been dealing with basically just two solidified starters in Elfring and Zach Longshore, and trying to cobble together the rest of the lineup. It is Giblin that leads them out here against the lineup that, remind you, looks like Valentine, Wilkinson, Lane, Ferraro, Lawrence, Bavacqua, Jordan, Gannis, and Pell. Giblin toes the rubber, prepares to fire into Valentine. First pitch is swung on, and an Ogden special for a base knock. 67 miles per hour off the bat and down for a base hit. We're underway here. 7:05 p.m., 88 degrees and smoky in the Flathead Valley. We got some reprieve from the smoke yesterday, but now socked back into the valley. Leadoff single by Chase Valentine. And up steps Dylan Wilkinson. In the zone, count goes to 0-1. Wilkinson on the season, batting .313. 3 home runs, 35 RBIs. This Ogden Raptors squad, 21 hits yesterday. 19 of them were singles, 1 home run, and 1 double. The 0-1. Squaring a bunt. Wasn't the best bunt as Rover fields it, throws to first for out number 1. Sacrifice bunt is what it would go down as, because he did advance the runner. Carmine Lane steps up now with the runner in scoring position. Came 43 miles per hour off the bat, that bunt. Probably one of the harder bunts you'll see. Pitching to Carmine Lane, who's doing the catching duties today. Back to second. Ooh, just a little bit late. Trying to keep Valentine honest. This one tapped towards third. Rover needs to make another play and does successfully. And there's 2 gone. Giblin hasn't thrown a ton of pitches today, but he's seen a lot touch the lumber of this Raptors squad. Ferraro now steps up after the day off yesterday for Gio Ferraro. First baseman once again for Ogden. 2 outs, runner on third. Swing and a miss. Count goes to 0-1. That one misses. 1 ball, 1 strike. One to the backstop on a foul ball. Fouled off again. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of the first inning. Ball to make it 2-2. This one hit up the middle, through for a base knock. And that's an epitome of an Ogden inning right there. 1 well-earned run thanks to a 67-mile-per-hour base hit down the right field line, a sacrifice bunt, a ground out to advance the runner, and then another well-placed hit up the middle for a base knock. And it's 1-0 Ogden. downstairs. 2-0 right now to Colson Lawrence. Dangerous batter for this Ogden Raptors squad. Lawrence batting .399. Hit his 17th home run of the season yesterday. Ball upstairs, 3-0. Two-out pitch from Giblin into Lawrence. In the zone, 3-1. Home plate umpire tonight is Frank Flugrat. Rob Minter at first and Paul Graham over at third base. The 3-1 pitch. Fouled up. Lawrence could have had ball 4 if he would have held back on it. The 3-2. Did he go? Home plate umpire knew it and punched him out. One across on the Ferraro single. It is 1-0 as we head to the bottom of the first.
Welcome to Magoo & Company, a third-generation family-owned business nestled in the heart of downtown Whitefish. We offer a dazzling array of diamonds, ethically sourced Montana sapphires, and captivating custom designs that capture the essence of Montana's natural beauty. From jewelry design and appraisals to cleaning, repairs, and gemologist consulting, your satisfaction is our priority. Experience the magic of Magoo & Company and discover the perfect piece to celebrate life's special moments.
Welcome back. Bottom of the first inning. Glacier Range Riders trailing 1-0. The defense for the Ogden Raptors is Lane behind the plate. Wilkinson over at third. Valentine the shortstop. Jordan at second. Ferraro at first. The outfield from left to right is Gannis, Lawrence, and Pell. Starting pitcher is Jason Schaff, and he has been very, very solid. A 3-0 record, a 3.18 ERA. Schaff fires it over the strike zone to the Range Rider right fielder and Kyle Ashworth. Count goes to 0-2 as he hits the zone again. Schaff this season, 34 total innings pitched, 28 strikeouts, 15 walks, 348 opposing batting average against. The 0-2. Hit on the ground and through on the left side of the infield. Base knock at 96 miles per hour by Kyle Ashworth. Donovan Ratfield, batting average up to 374 after a great day yesterday. 3 for 3 with 2 walks. His on-base percentage is at .463. This one sky high to shallow right field. Under it makes the grab. Pell Trying to do an Ogden Raptor impression there, but just sent it too high in the sky to be able to get the Texas leaker single. One out. As up comes Brock Vredenberg. First pitch in the zone, called strike. The 0-1. Hit foul. Count goes to 0-2. There's been 6 pitches thrown by Schaff, and all of them have hit the strike zone. Technically, if the bat makes contact, it counts as a strike, no matter where it actually was. And as I say that, the next pitch misses outside. Schaff, a product of Missouri State University, played alongside Lance Wade this past spring. Had a 5.84 ERA with the Bears. Played the prior 2 seasons as well. As that one's called a ball, just missing outside. The count goes to 2-2. Before his time at MSU, the Missouri State MSU, played at Indian Hills Community College. The 2-2, 1-out pitch. That one hit hard, and Jackson Murphy, the Range Rider first base coach, is down after absorbing that one. Murph is never one to not have a smile on his face for too long. As he pops up, and by the time that Rachel, our trainer from Logan Health, is there, he's on his feet. Jackson Murphy, really the spark plug behind this coaching staff, I'd call him. He is certainly somebody that never fails to bring the energy. Coaching first as well as working a lot with the catchers. And you'll always see Jackson Murphy out here be the first one on the field, along with the likes of Logan Beard or some of the other infielders doing extra work. He's the coach that's called upon to say, hey, can you go out? Can you throw me a little extra? Can we do something? As it looks like he's all right. Has some words with Ashworth as well as Gio Ferraro over at first base there. That one was 99 off the bat. And Murph, who was a former catcher himself, is more than willing to take a few hits. He's used to it. Just hasn't done it quite like that in a while. The 2-2, 1-out pitch. Outside, it's 3 balls and 2 strikes. This one hit over towards third. The shift was on. Throw for 1 and a hesitation on the throw for 2. Wilkinson was perfectly in the spot to grab that 98-mile-per-hour fielder's choice. First pitch into Jake Millen, a called strike, and the count goes to 0-1. This one flared foul, fairly close to sneaking over the netting and getting into the booth here. Leadoff over to first. 0-2, 2-out pitch, bottom of the first inning. Raptors leading 1-0. Leadoff single by Kyle Ashworth here in the bottom half of the frame. And now the 0-2 pitch. Outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Jake Millen batting .242. He hit his 10th home run of the season last night. That put his slugging percentage up near .484. On base percentage is over .400 as well. The 1-2, 2-out pitch. Skips in. 2-2. The 2-2, 2-out pitch. Tapper over towards first, playable for Gio Ferraro, and tried the Euro step on him. Didn't work. Ferraro applies the tag for out number 3. We head to the second. It's 1-0.
When injuries occur, it can feel like your goals are out of reach. I'm Dr. Karen Purser, an orthopedic surgeon and sports medicine specialist at Logan Health. If you injure a joint, muscle, or bone, our orthopedics and sports medicine specialists are here to help. Our highly specialized surgeons, clinicians, and physical therapists offer innovative treatments and the latest minimally invasive procedures to help you recover and return to activity faster and stronger so that you can reach your goal.
Welcome back. It's the top of the second inning. Ogden Raptors with a 1-0 lead after 1 inning of play. Bavacqua leads off this second inning. First pitch. Makes it 0-1. This one's sky high down the left field line. It's foul out of play. Check in on some of the final scores from around the PBL last night, as obviously not everything was final. I remember I left you and I said, hey, look out, everybody. Long Beach might lose to the Red Pocket Mobiles. Well, unfortunately, it was a tragic finish for the Red Pocket Mobiles faithful. It was 2-1. When I left you heading to the bottom of the ninth, the Mobiles were leading. As the 0-2 misses, kind of goes to 1-2. The bottom of the ninth ended, well, it started off with the Emilio Corona single, and then he got to second on a wild pitch. Cuba Bess then had an RBI single, and it was a tie game just like that. It was a foul ball. So there's still nobody out. Cuba Bess is on first. He got pinch hit for. And then they brought in a new pitcher because that was them trying to have Adam Christopher, their starter, finish off a complete game with 1 run against. So they try and do that for him. He ends up allowing 2 straight singles and has the wild pitch. Swing and a miss there by Bavacqua, 1 out, top of the second. They take him out. They bring in a fairly new guy to the squad, Nathan Darden, who allows a single where the runner advances to third, So then it's runners on the corners, no outs in a tie game. And from there, you're basically, I mean, there's not much you can do. It's really hard to keep the run off the plate. And that's exactly what happened. It was Easton Jones, an RBI single. They got nobody out in the bottom of the ninth and allowed 2 runs after allowing 1 the entirety of the contest. And it's another heartbreaking game for the Red Pocket Mobiles. They lost 3-2. Their record is now 13-45, as that one's in the zone. And that is the flipped inverse, or the inverse, whatever you want to call it, of Long Beach's record, who is 45-13. So, in theory, as the 1-1 time comes in, they're going to grant a time there. Giblin was upset about it, and now the umpire wants to explain himself. I'm assuming that will be used as the time for Cole Jordan, so he won't be able to call again during this at-batter. It'll be automatic strike. The 1-1. Swing and a foul scrape. Count goes to 1-2. So yeah, in theory, when you look at the records, Long Beach is as good as the Red Pocket Mobiles are bad, which of course it's not that simple, but that's what the records would say with the flipped records. Over in Idaho Falls, Idaho, it was 19-14. The Chuckers beat the Voyagers. The Paddleheads beat the Mustangs 9-7. Yuba outlasted Modesto to give them their first loss of the second half. That one's a ball outside. It's 3-2 on Cole Jordan. And Oakland got themselves a win, 7-1 over the Boise Hawks. That is the Range Riders' next opponent, the Hawks. And they're currently trailing 6-3 in the top of the 7th inning against Oakland. Fouled off by Jordan. Long Beach in the top of the 8th is up 3-1 on the Red Pocket Mobiles. Idaho Falls leading Great Falls 2-1 in the bottom of the 1st. Billings up 7-1 on Missoula. That's a good scoreline if you're a Range Rider fan. And Modesto and Yuba Sutter are about to get going. 3 balls, 2 strikes, pitch in. Hit foul again. Jordan, this is a good at-bat. Range Riders have lacked the ability to find that punch-out pitch enough against Missoula and Ogden specifically, and that has led to the clunky start to this second half. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out into Cole Jordan. Scrapes a piece of it. I wish I had the numbers on the average foul balls per game against the Range Riders pitching staff. If you look at per opponent, because I'm assuming it would be just astronomically higher versus Ogden and Missoula. Throw to first is in time for Tommy Rover on the ground out. 5-3, 2 gone. Here, top of the 2nd, up steps Tyler Gannis. Swing and a miss by Gannis. Count goes to 0-1. Bluff of the bat there. Didn't go. Ball missed. 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1. Bluff the bat. It's called a strike. Cutting the outer edge. Good placement by Giblin. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of the 2nd inning. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Ball in the dirt, and the tag applied to Gannis. What an inning it was for Giblin there. Took him 19 pitches, but he punched out 2. Got the other one to ground out 5-3. We head to the bottom of the second, 1-0 Ogden.
In 1858, one man's ingenuity sparked a legacy. When Henry Ward Johns set out to rethink roofing, he built something that would last. That spirit carried forward in 1901, when Johns joined forces with Charles Manville, creating Johns Manville. For more than 160 years, through challenge and change, innovation and resilience have defined who we are. Today, backed by Berkshire Hathaway, Johns Manville is trusted in the commercial roofing industry, with systems built to perform.
Carson Garner leads us off. It's 5, 6, and 7 in this bottom of the second against Jason Schaff. Garner, Hornung, and Steele. Swing and miss. Count goes to 0-1 for Carson Garner, who on the season batting .288. 55th appearance for Garner in the 59th game of the year. And he has 7 home runs, 43 RBIs. That's a ball downstairs, and the count goes to 1-1. Home game number 35 for the Glacier Range Riders, and again, contest number 59. We are closing in on the 2/3 mark of the season. That will happen next week in Boise, Idaho. Tomorrow will be game 60, and it'll be Friday night. Once that game is complete in Boise, then we will be 2/3 of the way through the season, 1/3 to go, as this is a trickler up the middle. Fielded double clutch, but thrown on time to first base for Valentine. Up comes Carson Hornung. Hornung on the season is now at a .295 clip, 2 home runs, 32 ribbies. Thing for the Range Riders is that pretty much everybody in the starting 9, the on-base percentage is at or over 400. That's the thing you really appreciate out of them. The average maybe fluctuates a little bit, but they're able to get on base as the 0-1 comes. 1 ball, 1 strike. On the other side, you look at Ogden, and they do have some really good on-base percentage, but they also have 2 guys under 400. It's that one is back and caught by Schaff. 107 miles per hour back at the pitcher, and he somehow snagged that one. I do not know how he did it. Look back at the comebacker. Yep, boom, just put his glove up there. Wow. That's one that the Schaff family back home in Las Vegas, Nevada will have a brief moment of fear, and then I'm sure jumping out of their seats. Count goes to 0-1 on Jacob Steele up at the plate. Range Riders once again, another triple-digit exit velo with no base hit to show for it. How many times can it be done in one series? The Range Riders might test it in this one. The 0-2, 2-out pitch, bottom of the second. Steele at the plate. Steele has himself a 278 clip. 5 home runs, 43 RBIs, on base percentage, sitting at 400 for Jacob Steele. The 1-2, 2-out pitch. Fouled off. One, 2, 2 outs. Skipped in the dirt. 2 balls, 2 strikes. This one tapped on the ground over towards short. Valentine fields and throws for out number 3. We head to the third. It's 1-0 Ogden.
Numbness and tingling in the hand can make you lose your grip. Hi, I'm Dr. Nate Fogel. I'm an orthopedic surgeon and hand specialist here at Logan Health. Repetitive actions can lead to a condition called carpal tunnel. Left untreated, these symptoms can interfere with your daily life. Our fellowship-trained hand surgeons offer patient-specific care to help you regain control. Here's to getting a grip on life.
Welcome back. Top of the third inning. 9-1-2 due up. It's Pell, Valentine, and Wilkinson. Swung on to left field, backing up his Horning. And it's a routine fly out. Pell flies out on one pitch before I can really even have a chance to introduce him. Batting .287, a little bit lower now after the 0 for 1 today. Flip over the lineup card. It's Chase Valentine, who had the first hit of the contest. A weakly hit ball into shallow right field. Called strike at the knees. 0-1. The 0-1, 1 out. In the zone again, 0-2. Giblin cracking 95 on the gun with that one. The 0-2, 1 out pitch, top of the third inning. Swing and a miss. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. 3 pitches, down goes Valentine. Up comes Dylan Wilkinson now. Wilkinson in the first inning. He dropped down a sacrifice bunt. First pitch misses inside. 1 ball, no strikes. Swing and a miss. Wilkinson, time at Longwood University, which is a D1 school in Farmville, Virginia. Also played at the University of Maryland, Baltimore County, aka UMBC, well known for their upset win over Virginia in the NCAA tournament a few years ago, late 2010s. They were the first ever 16 seed to take down a 1 seed in the men's NCAA tournament. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Tapped foul. Count goes to 2-2. That's where he started his career, finished it at Longwood, that plays in the Big South. Spring of 2023, batted .223 for Longwood, Wilkinson did. And did not play for anybody until he played for Ogden last spring and batted .317, or last summer, excuse me, batted .317. .313 this year. Outside, 3 balls, 2 strikes from the former Arizona State Sun Devil, Jonah Giblin. Originally from Seattle, Washington. Jonah. Foul scrape, count stays at 3-2. Went to high school across the Puget Sound from Seattle proper at Bainbridge High School on Bainbridge Island, Washington. Underrated ball being played on the western Puget Sound area there. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of the 3rd inning. A payoff pitch. Lifted into shallow center field, and it's a base knock. Two outs, top of the 3rd inning. 1-0. Ogden leads Glacier. Carmine Lane now stepping up. Lane is 0 for 1. He has a ground out over to 3rd base. Stunted a steal there, did Wilkinson. Count goes to 1-0 as it misses. The 1-0 bluffed the bat. Count goes to 2-0. Two outs, top of the 3rd inning. And 3 balls and no strikes as that one misses. .30, 2-out pitch hit. Over the plate. 3-1. This one hit sky high to center. Backing up is Ashworth, and into the glove it goes. Deep fly out from Carmine Lane. Probably the best hit ball by the Ogden Raptors today, and it's an out. That's kind of been the theme of this contest for both sides now, as it's 1-0 headed to the bottom of the 3rd. Ogden leads.
Thinking about where to host your next office event? Book the indoor event space at Glacier Bank Park. With a capacity up to 145 people, our indoor event space is a flexible, year-round venue ideal for accommodating receptions, conferences, and holiday parties. The spacious layout boasts impressive stadium and mountain views, providing the perfect setting for guests to mingle, network, and celebrate. Book your office party today at glacierbankpark.com.
Innovation has always been at the core of Johns Manville. From advanced testing labs to real-world job sites, we rethink what roofing can deliver. Through science, precision engineering, and decades of real-world experience, we engineer commercial roofing systems that deliver lasting performance. At Johns Manville, innovation means listening, learning, and building solutions that meet today's needs while preparing for what's next. This is progress with purpose.
Welcome back in. It is the bottom of the third inning. The Glacier Range Riders trailing the Ogden Raptors 1-0 here. Jason Schaff looking good, as is Jonah Giblin. He has a harder run against him, but other than that, both starters have been hard to touch. Just 3 hits for the Ogden Raptors and 1 for the Glacier Range Riders. Count goes to 0-2 pretty quickly on Tommy Rover. That one misses. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Downstairs, 2-2. Schaff mentioned family probably in Las Vegas, Nevada. Right now, we went to Palo Verdes High School. Did Schaff in Vegas. The 2-2. Swung on up the middle, grounded to Valentine, who throws to first base. 95-mile-per-hour ground out. 6-3 in your scorebook. Up comes Logan Beard. Beard batting .287. No scratch that, .276 on the year. First pitch swung on by Beard. Sky high fly to right field. Tracking to get under it, won't be able to get it. Off the wall it goes, and Beard has himself a double. Much needed for the Range Riders, and now for the first time they'll have an opportunity with a runner in scoring position, and it's with their best bat at the plate, Kyle Ashworth, who already has a single against Schaff. Skied that one about 370 feet to the base of the wall in right center, did Logan Beard. 97 off of his bat the opposite way. Ashworth 1 for 1 with a single. Beard now standing on second. In the zone it goes. Oh, 1 out. This one hit hard over to second base, where it's a routine play for out number 2. That one 100 off the bat. Range Riders are seeing the pitches pretty well from Schaff. It is just fascinating that really, other than that double and then the leadoff single from Ashworth, they just have not been able to find any space where a body isn't. Even the comebacker by Hornung, that was 100 plus, grabbed by Schaff out of the air. Ratfield sees this one over fielded and thrown on target and on time for out number 3. It's only 9 pitches that inning, and the Range Riders can't score the double by Beard. We head to the 4th, 1-0 Ogden.
Welcome to Magoo & Company, a third-generation family-owned business nestled in the heart of downtown Whitefish. We offer a dazzling array of diamonds, ethically sourced Montana sapphires, and captivating custom designs that capture the essence of Montana's natural beauty. From jewelry design and appraisals to cleaning, repairs, and gemologist consulting, your satisfaction is our priority. Experience the magic of Magoo & Company and discover the perfect piece to celebrate life's special moments.
When injuries occur, it can feel like your goals are out of reach. I'm Dr. Karen Purser, an orthopedic surgeon and sports medicine specialist at Logan Health. If you injure a joint, muscle, or bone, our orthopedics and sports medicine specialists are here to help. Our highly specialized surgeons, clinicians, and physical therapists offer innovative treatments and the latest minimally invasive procedures to help you recover and return to activity faster and stronger so that you can reach your goal.
Welcome back. Top of the 4th inning. 4, 5, and 6 due up in the form of Ferraro, Lawrence, and Bavacqua. Ferraro 1 for 1 with an RBI single. Ogden through the first 3 innings, 3 runs, or 1 run on 3 hits. There's a called strike. 1 run on 3 hits. Range Riders 2 hits, no runs. Downstairs, 1-1. Fouled off. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes for Gio Ferraro. Again, day off yesterday for Ferraro. Played last year in the USPBL, the United Shores Professional Baseball League. Located in suburban Detroit. Swing and a miss. Ferraro turned down. The 5th K of the day for Jonah Giblin in his first start since returning from the IL. And he got stung for that early run, but he has been pretty darn solid since. Now he's going up against a dangerous bat in Colson Lawrence. Tap towards third, it's foul. Oh, 1. Tapped back down and then up into his body. Maybe his bat. 0-2 goes the count. Bainbridge High School, where Jonah Giblin went to school. Bainbridge, Washington. Again, you take the ferry ride over from Seattle to get there. The Bainbridge High School Spartans. Downstairs. 1-2. Swing and a miss. Down goes Lawrence. from the former Bainbridge Spartan. One of the highlights, certainly, of guys that have been from Bainbridge, like I mentioned, that Western Sound area has some really good athletes that have come out of it. GRR Ritchie, to name one, who now plays for the Braves. Won't even get a chance to talk much more about that as Bavacqua grounds out 4-3. We head to the bottom of the fourth after a quick top half of the inning.
Need a space that offers both a place to dine and an area to mingle in style? Book the Hideaway and Corner Suite at Glacier Bank Park. You and up to 50 guests will enjoy full catering services in the Hideaway, and incredible mountain views and comfortable furnishings in the luxury Corner Suite. This versatile combination offers a space to dine and a place to relax, creating the perfect arrangement for guests looking to mingle, network, and celebrate. Book your office party today at glacierbankpark.com.
When injuries occur, it can feel like your goals are out of reach. I'm Dr. Karen Purser, an orthopedic surgeon and sports medicine specialist at Logan Health. If you injure a joint, muscle, or bone, our orthopedics and sports medicine specialists are here to help. Our highly specialized surgeons, clinicians, and physical therapists offer innovative treatments and the latest minimally invasive procedures to help you recover and return to activity faster and stronger so that you can reach your goal.
Welcome back. It's Brock Vredenberg into the left-handed batter's box. Vredenberg is 0 for 1. He had himself a ground into a fielder's choice over on the left side of the infield. This one popped sky high, shallow center field. Coming in, long run. Now slowing it up, making the basket catch is Lawrence for out number 1. Up comes Jake Millen, who's 0 for 1 with a ground out to first. In the zone goes Schaff. Schaff's starting to hit his stride. You can feel both pitchers right now are getting into a real stride. Schaff's next pitch will just be his 40th, so he's in really good shape pitch count wise. Fouled off. Oh, and 2 goes the count. Ball downstairs. 1 ball, 2 strikes. One, 2. Swung on to right field, and it will fall in front of Pell, who didn't give much attempt to try and scamper to where that one was going. He realized he'd get it off the hop and accepted that very quickly. That one misses away to Carson Garner, who steps up. Garner is 0 for 1. He has a ground out up the middle. in the zone. 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1 into Garner with Millen on first. Popped up. Right field. Pell under it. And grabbing it for out number 2. And now Hornan comes up. He had a line out back to the pitcher, a hard line out. First pitch misses, 1 ball, no strikes. Warm-up's going on in the pen right now for the Range Riders. It looks like number 19 down there is going Will Bartkowski. In the zone, 1-1. This one hit on the ground towards short, fielded by Valentine. Throw to first. On target, in time for out number 3. Range Riders get a Millen single, but no more. It's to the 5th we go, 1-0.
At Johns Manville, it's always been about people, the people who design the systems, the people who build them, and the people who depend on them to perform every day. That's why we approach commercial roofing with care, collaboration, and respect for what's at stake. Because every roof protects more than a building. It protects people, livelihoods, and peace of mind. That's the responsibility we stand behind. Johns Manville Commercial Roofing Systems.
Bartkowski takes over here in the top of the 5th inning. It's a great start from Giblin, but as of right now, he's in line for the losing decision. I'll talk about Bartkowski in a moment, but first, tell you the final line for Gibby. 4 innings, 3 hits, 1 run. It was earned, 6 strikeouts, no walks, no hit by pitches. You cannot ask for much better than that. Of course, Schaff has 0 strikeouts, but an equal whip in his time on the bump as Giblin had in his 4 innings. As Bartkowski, the sidewinder, fires a ball and then a strike. Bartkowski picked up the win in 2 scoreless innings. It allowed 3 strikeouts, 1 walk, opposing batters hitting 143 against him. The 1-2. Scraped foul. Bartkowski just finished up his collegiate career at Georgia State, originally from Seneca, Kansas. Upstairs, 2-2, 90 on the gun from Bartkowski. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out. That one misses inside. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Payoff pitch. And it's ball 4, a leadoff walk issued to Jordan. Jordan on first now as Gannis steps up. Gannis is 0 for 1 with the strikeout swinging. A strike. Count goes to 0-1. Into shallow right field. Millen tries to make a quick throw into second base and nearly had a chance for a fielder's choice type play there. Instead, it is a 75-mile-per-hour base knock. Pell now stepping up. Dropping down the bunt. Fielded by Ratfield. Throw to first on target and in time. Sacrifice bunt 2-4 in your scorebook. Pell almost beat it out. It was a great bunt. Put it in a weird spot, and Vredenberg crashed from first base as the Range Riders had a wheel defense on there. Range Riders now will play back in a 1-0 game as Valentine comes to the plate. This one hit on the right side for a base knock. Millen grabs it. The throw will come in and be cut off. RBI single by Valentine. It's 2-0 Ogden. Two to nothing. Ogden leads. 1 out, top of the 5th inning. Gannis on third, Valentine on first right now. First pitch in, called a strike to Wilkinson at the plate. Wilkinson has a sac bunt and a single. He is 1 for 1. Missed inside, almost hit him. And a stunted steal over at first by Valentine, who has 34 stolen bases on the year. The 1-1. Flared foul. 1-2 goes the count. Foul again. Count stays 1-2. 1-2, 1 out. Runner was going, but it's a foul ball, so back to first base goes Valentine. One, 2, 1 out pitch into Wilkinson. Pick off over to first. Safe back in there. One ball, 2 strikes, 1 out yet again. Runner's going, gets a piece of it. It's a foul ball fought off once again by Wilkinson. It's another very trademark inning for the Ogden Raptors. The run-scoring single was a hard hit ball. Everything else has just been gritty at-bats and well-placed swings. 1-2. Another pickoff over to first. If they do it again, it will be a balk and would score a run. So expect Valentine to take a healthy lead here, trying to entice that pickoff. And expect him to run on the pitch, which is exactly what he does, and expect another foul ball while you're at it. Gotten his steps in today, certainly, yes, Valentine. Wilkinson continues to swing at pitches that really he shouldn't be swinging at. They're way outside the zone, but impressive ability to be able to foul it. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Top of the 5th inning. Again, the runner goes, this time out to left field. And coming home, throws off target. It's a sacrifice fly by Wilkinson. Three to nothing, Ogden leads. Carmine Lane stepping up. Lane is 0 for 2, ground out and a fly out. First pitch into Lane, goes to the backstop, and it will be a wild pitch to advance the runner into scoring position in the speedy Valentine. One-0. Runner's going, popped up. Valentine will continue to dart back and forth between bases. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs, top of the 5th, 3 to nothing Ogden. Pace has slowed down a little bit this half inning. Bartkowski steps off. The 1-1, 2-out pitch, top of the 5th. Zips in the zone, right down Main Street 1 and 2. One, 2-out pitch, 3 to nothing Ogden. Pick off, and now they got him. Got him in a rundown, and the tag firmly applied at third. It's a caught stealing for Valentine, who danced a little bit too hard and was done dirty. We head to the bottom of the 5th. It's 3 to nothing.
Range Riders fans, Glacier Bank Park offers a variety of suites to accommodate groups of all sizes, from small gatherings to parties of up to 65 people. The balcony views and exclusive services create a premium experience for celebrations, reunions, and outings of all kinds. Enjoy the convenience and comfort of your private space, breathtaking Montana scenery, and high-level action on the field, while our dedicated hospitality team creates an unforgettable experience for you and your family, friends, or business associates.
Numbness and tingling in the hand can make you lose your grip. Hi, I'm Dr. Nate Fogel. I'm an orthopedic surgeon and hand specialist here at Logan Health. Repetitive actions can lead to a condition called carpal tunnel. Left untreated, these symptoms can interfere with your daily life. Our fellowship-trained hand surgeons offer patient-specific care to help you regain control. Here's to getting a grip on life.
Welcome to Magoo & Company, a third-generation family-owned business nestled in the heart of downtown Whitefish. We offer a dazzling array of diamonds, ethically sourced Montana sapphires, and captivating custom designs that capture the essence of Montana's natural beauty. From jewelry design and appraisals to cleaning, repairs, and gemologist consulting, your satisfaction is our priority. Experience the magic of Magoo & Company and discover the perfect piece to celebrate life's special moments.
Welcome back. Bottom of the 5th inning. It's 7, 8, 9 due up against Jason Schaff. Steele, Rover, and Beard. Schaff on 48 pitches. Obviously no runs against through his first 4 innings of work. First pitch downstairs. Count goes to 1-0. First time up, Jacob Steele grounded out to short. That one in the zone. Fairly rough call by our home plate umpire. That one was low and outside. 1-1. That one was in the exact same spot, actually closer to the zone, and called a ball. Consistency. Swing and a miss, and a ball that was further away than the previous two. At least no controversy about that one. You swing and you miss. And it's a strike no matter what. Well, sometimes I guess the swing is up for debate. Blowing away, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Schaff has done a good job just offering balls that the Range Riders are hitting to his defense. No walks, no strikeouts. The 3-2. And this one will be playable as well in shallow center field. Coming in, making the grab is Colson Lawrence. One out, bottom of the 5th inning. First time up for Rover, he grounded out up the middle. In the zone, called strike right down the middle at 78 miles per hour. 0-1. Range Rider half of the 5th inning. Let's get to some trivia. As I want you to name the NL East pitcher who set a record at the start of the 2021 season when he recorded 50 strikeouts over his first 4 starts. That broke a record shared by Nolan Ryan and Shane Bieber, who each had 48 Ks. Again, the NL East pitcher, as that one's outside, who at the start of the 2021 season had 50 strikeouts in his first 4 starts. That is your question. Outside 2-2. Trying to think of even the teams in the NL East. It's the Phillies, the Mets, as well as the Marlins. What's the other team I'm missing out there? Phillies, Mets, Marlins, Braves. As this one to right center is heading back to the track, and it'll get over the wall. Tommy Rover, a solo blast, 401 feet. Goodbye, baseball. It's 3-1 Ogden. Range Riders on the scoreboard with the solo shot. For Rover, it's his 7th home run of the season. I believe his first home run since the 5th of July. Range Riders finally are able to score one, and maybe that could open the floodgates. First pitch to Logan Beard. Makes the count 0-1. Get a look back at that home run tallied by Rover. Again, 401 feet. Range Riders on the board. 0-1 count into Logan. Logan had a double his last time up. Was left stranded on first base. Hey, that's the power of trivia right there. Just ask the question. Next thing you know, you got some action happening. This one hit hard at the shortstop, 102 miles per hour, to a 6-3 ground out. All right, NL East. Braves, Phillies, Mets, Marlins. And as you see this apocalyptic sun through the smoke, 2 outs, bottom of the 5th inning. Again, I'm trying to think of which team I'm spacing. It's probably a player for that team who I'm forgetting, as the count is 1-0 on Kyle Ashworth. No, I'm not. I did mention his team. This one towards right field, down for base knock for Ashworth. Flared it up there and got himself a base knock. 2 outs. Donovan Ratfield steps up 0 for 2. Before I need to go any further, I need to remember who. Washington Nationals. That's who it is. That's the other team I was spacing on. So it's a National, it's a Met, it's a Philly, a Brave, or a Marlin. The answer is a New York Met. And as that one misses to Donovan Ratfield, the correct answer for the NL East pitcher who set a record at the start of the 2021 season with 50 strikeouts in his first 4 starts, it was Jacob deGrom of the New York Mets. And funny enough, it was Shane Bieber who tied that record the weekend before deGrom then passed it. Tough sledding for Bieber in that one. Etched into the history books for a whole week, and now you're the answer to a trivia question. Not even the answer. You're part of an answer. Well, win some, you lose some, you strike out some, and you walk others. Fouled up and away. Count goes to 1-2. One-two, 2-out pitch. Sky high fly down the right field line, hanging up there, moving over, and it's foul. And then crashing into the wall hard is Pell in right field. Just goes down as a loud foul ball. Ashworth was ripping on the play. Good to see Pell popping up from that. Already had a scary moment when Jackson Murphy, Range Rider first base coach, was hit by a foul ball off the bat of Radenberg. And very solid padding down there. Just like somebody crashing into the post under a basketball hoop when they're charging on a fast break. The 1-2. Fouled off again. Ratfield makes contact with that ball, which was pretty incredible. because that one was nowhere near the zone. Of course, it would have been ball 2 if we would have held back the bat. Instead, it's 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner on first yet again for Donovan Ratfield. Pick off over to first base. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bottom of the 5th inning. Hit on the ground towards third. It's barely fair. The throw across the diamond pulled him off the bag. Probably can make an argument for an infield single on that one, as the Range Rider catcher is able to just squeak that one out. You needed a good throw and a charge from Wilkinson over at third base, and now runners on first and second for Brock Vredenberg. This could be trouble. Certainly it's a moment for the Range Riders to want to take advantage of, as great shot by our camera crew to be able to see that cleanly. The throw just a little bit off from Wilkinson, and it will go down as an infield single. Step off from Schaff. Of course, allowed the solo home run and now feeling the pressure. You can't miss to Brock Vredenberg, or he will make you pay. 3-1 Ogden leads. As this one swung on into right center field and down for a base knock. Scoring easily is Kyle Ashworth, and an RBI single by Brock Vredenberg makes do and makes it 3-2. Ashworth scores from second easily. Ratfield goes first to third, and the tying run is 90 feet away for the Glacier Range Riders. Jake Millen steps up to the plate. He's 1 for 2 with a single his last time up. Schaff, who has looked solid through his first couple innings, now has some pressure mounting on him. Every inning of the first 4 was 15 pitches or less fired by him. That one was his 24th. He's going to be at least up to 25 in this inning of work. The 0-1 2-out pitch. Swing and a miss. Count goes to 0-2. Clutch knock by Millen here. Ties this game at the very least. Vredenberg on first, Ratfield on third. 3-2 the scoreline, 0-2 the count, 2 outs, runner on third. To left center field, backing up is Gannis, getting to the track and on the run makes the grab. Went 350 feet, needed about 365, and it would have been the Range Riders in front. A well-cut swing from Millen, just not enough. We head to the 6th. It is 3-2 Ogden as the Range Riders get 2 back. Top of the 6th here, Lane, Ferraro, and Lawrence due up versus Bartkowski in his second inning of work. Great turnout on this Saturday night. Little smoke in the sky, but honestly, it's kind of elusive up here on the hill. As this one to the backstop from Bartkowski. The wind is blowing out, and it just doesn't sit kind of on the mound where we're on up here. Well, as you can see, the smoke in the distance obviously playing a factor, but I don't feel agitated by it at all. And so it's not overly imposing. And again, just like earlier in the week, more visual, I think, than actual. Range Riders will have a beautiful drive through the mountain and the smoke on Monday. Heading over to Boise, Idaho, as Carmine Lane has a hit into right field for a base knock. Well struck ball, 96 off the bat there of Carmine Lane. Ferraro now steps in. First pitch to Ferraro is a ball. Range Riders on a regular Saturday uniform. Home whites, white tops, white bottoms. On the other side, it's the Utah Fry Sauce jerseys for the Ogden Raptors. One of these days, probably not anytime soon, we'll get a Huckleberry versus Fry Sauce matchup. Again, today is not that day. Two balls, one strike into Ferraro. Swing and a miss. It's 2-2. Bartkowski, tall guy on the bump, 6'3", 225 pounds, but pitches, of course, in that low, funky angle as a sidewinder. The 2-2 pitch home. And a carbon copy of the last one, a hard grounder into right field. Two on, nobody out. Top of the 6th, 3-2 score line as the Range Riders got two back in this pitcher's duel thus far. First pitch into Colson Lawrence, one of the more dangerous batters on this squad. Top batting average on the team. Most home runs on the team. On base percentage, not great compared to the rest of the team. There's a called strike. Now his first matchup versus Bartkowski. Colson Lawrence. This one hit on the ground towards third. Fielded for one. The throw for two is not in time. Good speed there from Lawrence to beat that one out. Lawrence just has 9 stolen bases on the year, but as a center fielder, of course, he can move. And that ball just hit slow enough over to third there, where Rover couldn't get any more than what he got. Lane advances to third. Now Lawrence on first. Fouled up. As that one ricocheted around and bounced off the booth here. That is the closest the ball has ever gotten to hit my booth. It hit the area right above the windows. I got big windows in front of my booth here. This one's hit over to first, fielded, and now the tag applied. over at first base. That's a great job by the first baseman, Vredenberg, who froze the runner at third in lane and then kind of turned around and almost boxed out the guy who hit it in Bavacqua. As you look back at this one, you see the grab made by there. He caught him cheating off the bag over at third lane, but then turned around and sort of no-look tagged the runner out. Lawrence does advance to second base, so it's 2 in scoring position. This inning can feel a lot different depending on what happens here. And this should be overturned to a strike. Count goes to 0-1. Good challenge by Donovan Ratfield. That's why he challenged, because it is such a huge bat top of the 6th. Range Riders have the momentum with 2 runs scored. They want to keep it that way. As that one called a ball. And a challenge coming again from Ratfield, and he's going to lose this one. Count goes to 1-1. That would have certainly been something if it would have been overturned to a strike, because home plate umpire really would have felt the pressure. The 1-1 swing and a miss. Count goes to 1-2. At least Ratfield's shown he's not afraid to challenge it. Not on this at bat, not in this moment. Cole Jordan 0 for 1, has himself a walk and a ground out to third. The 1-2 pitch into Jordan. Outside, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bartkowski trying to finish off 2 innings here and keep it at just 2 runs allowed. The 2-2 pitch. Low. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Waiting on deck is Gannis. Pell in the hole. Be very interesting to see what happens if there is ball 4 and a walk, and what would the Range Riders do with the bases stuffed. 3-2, 2-out pitch coming home. Got a piece of it. Look out to the on-deck circle. The 3-2, once more, coming home. Ball 4, a walk is issued. And what's the call for the Range Rider coaching staff? Do you give Bartkowski one more batter in the righty Gannis, or do you bring in Davis Pratt, who has been warming up in the pen? It looks like Bartkowski is going to get one more batter to get himself out of this jam. The trust being laid in the rookie in the early going. Can it pay off here? 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Swing and a miss. Count goes to 0-1 on Gannis. Gannis singled into right field. That was the second batter that Bartkowski faced. Swing and a miss. Count goes to 0-2. Bartkowski ahead quickly. And now trying to finish this one off with the bases loaded. A lot of momentum would come to the Glacier Range Riders, as on that swing and a miss, Gannis just lost his elbow guard and then he just flicked it away. Said I didn't want to deal with putting it back on, so he steps in to the right-handed batter's box without an elbow guard. The 0-2 popped it up. Vredenberg over near the foul line makes the grab for out number 3. Leave him loaded. Clutch pitching from Bartkowski. We head to the bottom of the 6th inning of play. It's 3-2 Ogden.
Glacier Bank Park is just so beautiful. The absolutely stunning views, the facility that we have, we're just very fortunate.
This is a place where people can gather throughout the community. The location of the park itself is centrally located within the valley, and as such it keeps everybody coming from all the different municipalities throughout the valley, and really it's just a hub for the community to meet.
My favorite thing about coming to the ball field is seeing old friends, seeing the beautiful complex, and and the staff, how friendly they are. They greet us with friendliness, and the seats are awesome.
We also get to connect with folks as far away as Boston that are here on vacation that actually want to come to a ballpark because I talk them into it because that's how special it is.
So we come to socialize. We love our group and we just have a really good time. Of course, we like watching the game too. And we like to win.
At Johns Manville, what we build starts with who we are. We are people champions, listening first, putting customers and teams at the center of every decision. We're driven by passion, always going the extra mile, always pushing ideas further. We perform, setting higher standards, delivering stronger results, and creating lasting value. And we protect our people, our customers, and the world around us, today and for generations to come.
Welcome back. Bottom of the 6th inning. Glacier Range Riders still facing off against Schaff, but warm-ups are getting going in the pen for Ogden. 74 pitches thrown by Schaff. They finally got to him last inning to match the 2 spot in the top of the 5th with a 2 spot in the bottom half of the frame. First pitch to Garner, who's 0 for 2, is a ball. Count goes to 1-0. Schaff got out of the jam, getting a hard line out to left field from Jake Millen. Would have tied this game if it would have got down. Swing and a miss. Count goes to 1-1. Schaff has been allowing hard contact, but he has been able to escape the majority of situations that he's been in. Just last inning, the solo home run, and obviously the base knock by Vredenberg that scored a run. Called strike on the edge of the zone. Count goes to 1-2. Both squads have 7 hits. Both squads have 0 errors. The difference is 3 runs for Ogden and 2 for Glacier. Swing and a miss. A strikeout by Schaff. Just his first of the day. That's astounding. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning. No strikeouts. And it's working. Especially against the Range Rider squad who has struck out a ton this year. Called strike. Count goes to 0-1 on Carson Hornung, who's 0 for 2 with a line out and a ground out. Both outs were over 100 miles per hour off his bat. 1-1 goes to count. 3-2 the scoreline. In the zone. The 1-2, 1-out pitch. Hit foul. One-two once more into Carson Hornung. Swung on down the left field line. Moving over is Gannis, and it will fall just foul. Umpire over there said it was a foul ball. The umpire, or the dugout, the bullpen looks confused. So we'll see what we got looking at this down there. And ooh. Everybody down there wanted to try and sell a fair ball. Apparently not so. One ball, 2 strikes still for Hornung. Ball 2. This one hit up the middle. Schaff got a piece of it. Will there be a play at first? Not in time. Schaff again headhunted by Carson Hornung, and this time Hornung took a piece out of him rather than Schaff being able to grab it. And hopefully he's all right. Boom. Ooh, went off the back. It looked like maybe the back of the arm. The trainer for the Ogden Raptors, Mackenzie Booth, is coming out to check on him. Wow. It was against Hornung that Schaff made that great catch on a line drive that was 107 back at his face. And then I mentioned it was 100+ to shortstop on the ground out by Hornung. Hornung has seen him so well, but obviously cause for concern when you don't get it in your glove. As the conversation's still going, and at least some smiles shared. He'll throw a couple pitches and everybody will make sure that he's okay. Still looking on to check on him. It's a single. As again, 100 miles per hour off the bat. And will this be the end of the day for Schaff? I don't think so. I think they're just going to have a mound visit right now anyway. Schaff's okay. Now Evan Parker just bringing in the entire infield, everybody to talk about it and have the conversation. Official attendance here tonight, 1,886 people making their way into the ballpark. And with confirmation, he's going to stay in. An applause from the Flathead faithful who are trying to figure that out. Up comes Jacob Steele. Swung on over to short where the field is made for one. The throw is not in time for two. Beats it out over at first base. That's a close play over there. Great job by our camera crew to shoot to that angle. Take a look back at it and see how close this play was really at first. I'm on a little bit of a delay from you, so you're going to see it before me. Ooh, that might have been out. That was close. Put it down 6-4, fielder's choice in your scorebook. Tommy Rover, a home run his last time up, steps to the plate to face off against Schaff. Probably Schaff's final out if he can get it. Ball. Count goes to 1-0. Range Riders are now out hitting this Ogden squad. 8 hits to 7 hits. An Ogden squad that second in the league in batting average and top the league in many other categories. This one is torched to second base, but it will be an easy play to make for Cole Jordan. Another 100-mile-per-hour exit velo turned into an out. We head to the 7th, 3-2. Ogden leads Glacier.
When injuries occur, it can feel like your goals are out of reach. I'm Dr. Karen Purser, an orthopedic surgeon and sports medicine specialist at Logan Health. If you injure a joint, muscle, or bone, our orthopedics and sports medicine specialists are here to help. Our highly specialized surgeons, clinicians, and physical therapists offer innovative treatments and the latest minimally invasive procedures to help you recover and return to activity faster and stronger so that you can reach your goal.
Welcome back. Top of the 7th inning. The Glacier Range Riders currently trailing the Ogden Raptors in a defensive duel 3-2. Bradley Pell leads it off. It's 9-1-2. Pell, a fly out, a sac bunt. 0 for 1. Davis Pratt, new pitcher into the contest for the Range Riders. He's been really solid this season as he sees a first pitch miss upstairs. Count goes to 1-0. Pratt has a 4.78 ERA, 1 win, 1 loss, 20th appearance, 32 innings pitched, 51 strikeouts, 223 walks. Opposing batters are hitting just 205 against Davis Pratt. Final line for Bartkowski in his second professional outing. 2 innings pitched, 4 hits, 2 runs, 2 walks, no strikeouts. Biggest thing, obviously, getting out of that bases loaded jam. That showed some guts from the rookie. Good moment for him, despite the fact that he got put under some pressure and did allow those 2 first runs of his professional career. Call the ball inside. It is 3-1. The count for the leadoff batter here. The 3-1, no out pitch. Fouled off. Count goes to 3-2. Full count pitch now coming in. Swing and a miss. Pratt punches out Pell. Chase Valentine steps with 2 singles and a strikeout today. Both those singles hit the opposite way for Valentine. First pitch into the leadoff man, Valentine. A ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Here's a swing and a miss. Count goes to 1-1. Swing and a miss. It's a 1-2. Count goes to 2-2, and now as that one misses. Swing and a miss. A punch out of Valentine, and there's 2 gone. Got him upstairs with a high cheese at 93. Valentine fell for it. Fouled off on the first pitch by Valentine. Count goes to 0-1. Lane waiting on deck. He's still got the full leg guards on as he's preparing to be a catcher. Nice shot of the sunset. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs. Top of the 7th. Inside. It's not that far inside. Wilkinson made it seem like it was heading towards him. 2 balls and 1 strike, 2 outs. Top of the 7th, 3-2, Ogden leads. Fouled off, right to the top of the netting, smacking down. Not that far away from home plate. Count goes to 2-2. 1 strike away, Davis Pratt, from striking out of the side. One of the best strikeout pitchers in the PBL. The New Mexico Nuke out of Albuquerque, Davis Pratt. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The pitch in, swing and a miss. Wilkinson struck out. It's 3 up, 3 down, all by way of the K for Davis Pratt. We head to the 7th inning stretch. It is 3-2. Ogden leads. On 1-2, due up for the Glacier Range Riders as Beard sends this one to center field. Backing up is Lawrence. He's looking at the track, and it is gone. Logan Beard ties the game in the bottom of the 7th. Beard, a 420-foot blast to deep center field, and the Range Riders cash it in on the first pitch of the 7th inning. How about it? Logan Beard, his 6th home run of the season, is the most important one of the weekend. By the way, there's a new pitcher into the contest. No, there isn't. This is still Schaff. Oy. That puts a stain on his outing, certainly. I thought for sure they're going to bring somebody new in, but left him out there, and clearly Beard had him figured out. Count goes to 0-2. This is a guy who, on average per 9 innings, allows 3 earned runs, and he's allowed 3 in less than 7 here. One ball, 2 strikes, nobody out, bottom of the 7th inning. Ashworth 2 for 3, fouls it back. Range Riders have fought down from 3-0. Tied this game at 3-3. They're out hitting the Ogden Raptors, and in a large part outplaying the Ogden Raptors, especially since the bottom of the 5th started. 1-2. Carrying into center field, it's a base knock from Ashworth. Exactly the sort of juice you started to want to see from the Range Riders has come alive here in the bottom of the 7th. Ashworth on first with a no-out single, the leadoff home run by Logan Beard. 6th home run of the season for the Range Riders second baseman, and this might be the day for Schaff, as they don't want Ratfield to see him another time. Ratfield nearly had a fair ball down the left, or it was a fair ball, but nearly snuck it past the third baseman Wilkinson his last time up, but reached on an infield single. Schaaf's day is done. 3-3 scoreline, and a new pitcher now has entered the contest for the Ogden Raptors. Schaaf's day, not a bad start at all, but he is going to feel bruised and battered because of the home run that just leaked past him. And obviously, he is responsible for the runner at first base right now, Kyle Ashworth, as the new arm steps to the bump. He looks to be number 14, Ira Austin. Ira Austin, 6.23 ERA, 1 win, no losses. He made his first appearance against these Range Riders. He can throw gas, Austin. Most recently playing for the Lexington Legends under former Range Rider manager Paul Fletcher. Got a funky kind of sidewinding style. Finished up his career at Kentucky. So has shown he can do it on the big stage, the SEC level, but it hasn't necessarily translated fully with that 6+ ERA. Ira Austin stepping onto the bump, and he'll face off against Donovan Ratfield. Take a look at the league scoreboard, see what's going on as you take a look at Logan Beard, still enjoying the vibes, fresh off hitting that home run. Kyle Ashworth on first. Ratfield stepping up to the plate. And Ira Austin to match up with him. First pitch in from Austin to Ratfield as the runner's going. Chops it over to third. It's going to be a perfectly timed hit and run as the go-ahead run gets to second off the productive ground out from Ratfield. Up comes Brock Vredenberg, a base hit away from giving the Range Riders the lead. Ashworth on second. Vredenberg, an RBI single his last time up. First pitch from Ira Austin to Brock Vredenberg. In the zone, count goes to 0-1. I said we take a look at the league scoreboard. How about the Oakland Ballers? They continue to feel hot. A 9-8 victory over the Boise Hawks on what is titled Night of the Living Possum. Fouled off. Count goes to 0-2. Maybe a little Halloween homage on this Saturday night in Oakland. The Long Beach Coast outlasts the Red Pocket Mobiles. Oh my goodness. How many one-run games can a team lose in a season? I thought it was bad last year. Red Pocket might be worse. They lose that game 3-2 to the Long Beach Coast. Upstairs, 1 ball, 2 strikes here. 3-3 scoreline. At least it wasn't a walk-off. It was just 4 runs in the bottom of the 3rd inning for Long Beach. Corona, Rosengard, and Jablonski all got RBIs. And it wasn't enough for the Red Pocket Mobiles to be able to get back into that one. As Night of the Living Possum down in Oakland. But again, still an eerie sunset over the third base side. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Bottom of the 7th. Swing and a miss. Vredenberg punched out. There's 2 gone as up steps Jake Millen with the opportunity. Runner in scoring position. Millen to match up with Ira Austin here. Austin spent time at the University of New Orleans before he played for Kentucky. But this past spring Had a 7.63 ERA for the Wildcats. 15 1/3 innings pitched for Kentucky. Had a brief stint in Lexington where his ERA was near 17. Skips in, gets by, the runner's going, no throw from Carmine Lane. The tying run, the go-ahead run is now 90 feet away. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, bottom of the 7th inning. Ira Austin versus Jake Millen with a big moment in this game on the line. Fouled off. Other score lines from around the league. Billings leading Missoula 11-10 in the top of the 8th inning down in Ogden Park. It's 24-6. Idaho Falls leads Great Falls in the bottom of the 4th inning there. No, Nelly. Idaho Falls feeling good. Great Falls, watch out. They are looking rough. That ball floating in, upstairs. Count goes to 2-2. Yuba leads Modesto 6-3. Those are the score lines from around the league as we take a look there. Looking like a desert sun here in the Flathead Valley. The 2-2, 2-out pitch. Foul scrape just to stay alive. And if it would have been received, I'm assuming it would have been challenged. Honestly, one way or the other because it was close. Right on the lower inside corner for Millen. And it would have been called a strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Can Millen find the breakthrough? Swing and a miss. Millen punched out on a 94-mile-per-hour fastball dead center. We head to the 8th inning as the 6th home run of the season by Logan Beard ties this game at 3.
Numbness and tingling in the hand can make you lose your grip. Hi, I'm Dr. Nate Fogel. I'm an orthopedic surgeon and hand specialist here at Logan Health. Repetitive actions can lead to a condition called carpal tunnel. Left untreated, these symptoms can interfere with your daily life. Our fellowship-trained hand surgeons offer patient-specific care to help you regain control. Here's to getting a grip on life.
Welcome to Magoo & Company, a third-generation family-owned business nestled in the heart of downtown Whitefish. We offer a dazzling array of diamonds, ethically sourced Montana sapphires, and captivating custom designs that capture the essence of Montana's natural beauty. From jewelry design and appraisals to cleaning, repairs, and gemologist consulting, your satisfaction is our priority. Experience the magic of Magoo & Company and discover the perfect piece to celebrate life's special moments.
Welcome back. Top of the 8th inning. Carmine Lane leads it off. It's a newly fresh game. 2-inning contest. Pratt fires the first pitch into the zone. It's 0-1. 3-3 the scoreline. As somebody will try and look for the upper hand. And oh my goodness, I just looked back to the Idaho Falls Great Falls score. This one tapped over towards third. Needs a great play from Steele to throw. Is in time. Nice play from Jacob Steele. 6-3 in your scorebook for out number 1. The score in Idaho Falls in the bottom of the 4th inning is now 29-6. Oh my goodness. Funny enough, it started off 1-0 in favor of Great Falls as that one skips into Gio Ferraro. They put up 11 in the bottom of the first, 4 in the bottom of the second, 9 in the bottom of the third, and now 5 in the bottom of the fourth inning. And there's nobody out in the bottom of the fourth, and there's 5 across already. Oh, no. Only 7 walks issued. That's also the crazy thing. Oh, my goodness. And just 1 error from Great Falls. It's, oh, my. Count goes to 3-0 on Ferraro. Whew. I just don't even know what to say about that. That is troubling. 35 runs in 4 innings between 2 teams, 29 of them by one of the squads. 3 balls and 1 strike after a gimme over pitch. That one should have been called ball 4, really. It was truly inside on Ferraro. But Pratt got away with it on the 3-0. 3-1 now. That one hits the bottom of the zone. It's 3-2. The 3-2. Swung on to left field. Defense was backed up for Ferraro, and it's a base knock. First hit against Davis Pratt by the Ogden Raptors is up steps Colson Lawrence, who has 2 strikeouts and grounded into a fielder's choice. My question is, do we think that they hit 40 Idaho Falls? They have 29 runs in 4 innings. Less than that. Oh, well, now it's to the top of the 5th. So I guess the bleeding stopped through 4 at 29. But, I mean, you got to think a position player is going to be on the mound at some point. Just because they're going to throw that one away. I mean, unbelievable. Unbelievable. I got to look up. This is a pickoff attempt over to first. Got to look up what the most scored in a single game in the independent era is, because I know there's been some high numbers, but I don't know what the highest is, and it might be broken tonight. In this situation, it's a 1-0 count, 1 out, top of the 8th inning. Lawrence on the plate, seeing that one missing inside. Count goes to 2-0. Pratt gets out of this frame. There's going to be a lot of momentum in the Range Riders' back pocket. Call the ball inside. It's 3-0. Pratt not doing himself any favors. He lost the count 3-0 versus Ferraro and had to try and work back from it. And now he's in a similar situation. The 3-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. Ugh. Green light on 3-0, and Lawrence comes up empty. That is a little bit awkward. The 3-1. Ball 4, and he will head to first. Embarrassment of a swing and a miss on 3-0 behind him. First and second, 1 out. Bavacqua up to the plate. Conversation between Radfield and Pratt. Fouled off on the first pitch into Bavacqua. Bavacqua's 0 for 3. Strikeout, ground out, and a ground out. I'm trying to figure out the as the 0-1 comes in and it hit him. Oh no. Bases loaded, 1 out now. Cole Jordan stepping up to the plate. 2 walks for Jordan and a ground out. This is a complete aside, but I just realized the Range Riders have the independent era record for runners caught stealing in a season by an individual. It was Matt Clayton, who caught 29 runners in 2023. That's your fun fact of the day. As Todd Pratt, I believe, is bringing the game to an end for Davis Pratt, and in comes Alex Bustamante. This will be a high leverage situation for Bustamante, who is going to be looking probably for the final 5 outs. We'll talk more about Bustamante in a second, but for Pratt right now, he's gotten himself into trouble, and it started when he fell behind 3-0 to Gio Ferraro. He ended up working most of the way back, but on a 3-2 pitch, it was singled into left field. And then a 5-pitch walk, followed by a hit by pitch after he was ahead 0-1 on Bavacqua, who does not have a hit today and has not reached base today. Now it's Bustamante, who on the season, Bustamante has a 2.81 ERA, 2 wins, no losses, 23 appearances now, 32 innings pitched, has 31 strikeouts and 16 walks. Opposing batters hitting .277 against Bustamante, and he's saddled with a very difficult task, which is trying to put this Ogden squad down, and a squad that is very good at making contact. Try and find a way to get them out of this inning without allowing them to score a run. It will not be easy with Jordan stepping up, who is a very good contact batter. Cole Jordan on the season, he does have 41 strikeouts, but you follow that with Tyler Gannis, who has mostly come in as a pinch runner or defensive replacement at times, but he only has 12 strikeouts on the season in nearly 100 at-bats. Bustamante stepping in with Ferraro on third. Ferraro's not too fast. He only has a couple stolen bases on the year, 10 of them to be exact, which is not a bad number, but maybe there's a better option available. I do not have a single game record book available. The single game run scored was not available, so I will not know what the mark to beat is for the most runs in a game. Although I will say I've rarely seen it hit 30, and that's what's threatening to happen in Idaho Falls. 1 out, bases loaded. First pitch into Cole Jordan from Bustamante is fouled up and away. Count goes to 0-1. Defense is at regular depth, hoping maybe for a double play ball to try and kill the inning. As there's an 0-1 count, 1 out. Top of the 8th. 3-3 scoreline between the Raptors and the Range Riders. Call the ball just outside. And the Range Riders will challenge and be out of challenges. With 1 challenge remaining, that's just not the place to use it. 1-1, 1 out pitch, top of the 8th. Upstairs from Bustamante, 2-1. 96 on the gun. He is gassed up out there, Alex Bustamante. But it doesn't matter how hard you throw it, you need to get this squad out, and they are hard outs to get. The 2-1. 1 out pitch into Cole Jordan. Low. It's 3-1. Hitters count for Jordan versus Bustamante. Ball 4, nowhere close. The The lead back with the Ogden Raptors at 4-3. Up steps Tyler Gannis, who is 1 for 3 with a single into right. An anticlimactic lead given to the Ogden Raptors. Gannis sees a first pitch strike. It just certainly doesn't feel proportional to the excitement of this game we've had, the moments we've had back and forth. The lead is given on a bases loaded walk. The 0-1, 1-out pitch into Gannis. Chopped back to Bustamante. He will flip it underhand to the mound. And the fielder's choice 1-2 will get the first out for Bustamante in the second out of the inning. Great job by Bustamante, just flipping that one underhand, understanding what the situation called for. And a good job as well by the catcher and Donovan Ratfield to make sure his foot was on the plate there. It's a little bit trickier because it's flat compared to obviously the bases, which you can feel with your feet. The foot you just have to kind of feel down there. And this is an interesting choice to bring in Tyler Stone to face off against Bradley Pell. You're setting up a righty-lefty matchup. But you're bringing in a batter who has struggled this year in Stone, whether it was at Missoula or now here, where Stone is batting 185. First pitch into Stone, the big lefty. Upstairs, count goes to 1-0. Stone did have a hit yesterday. But again, he has really struggled. 1 home run and just 5 total hits in 27 trips to the plate. Swing and a miss. Of course, he was here last month as a Missoula paddlehead. For the paddleheads, eventually wanted nothing else to do with him. Now a Raptor. And this moment right here is a big one for him. The 1-1 2-out pitch. Flared sky high. Similar situation the last time the Raptors were here. Efren Manzo, former range rider, had a bases loaded situation. He struck out in that moment. And it was not too long later in which Manzo was cut from the team. You got to think that Stone understands how important this is, not just for the team in a 1-run game, but also for himself personally. Coming into a pinch situation. The 1-2, 2-out pitch. It is called a ball up and away. 2-2 goes the count. Stone, that's a hard one to sit back on. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and he fouls that one back. Got him to swing at a changeup high in the zone. Range Riders, if you're able to stop it here at just 4-3, you're going to feel like you have a much better chance than if anything else comes across, because this Ogden Raptor squad has been hard to score on. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bases loaded. To the backstop it goes. The play at the plate, it's safe in there. It's a wild pitch, as really that was on probably Bustamante more than anything. He should have covered home plate there, and he probably would have had an out, because that bounced great back to the range rider catcher in Ratfield, and a run scores on a wild pitch. Count also goes to 3-2. 2 runs coming across this inning in large part due to a lack of control, thanks to a bases loaded walk as well as a wild pitch. The 3-2, 2 outs, coming home. Swung on to right, and this is Millen to make the grab on it. Millen misread that for a moment, and it could have been very bad for the Range Riders. Instead, he makes the catch for out number 3. We head to the bottom of the 8th inning. Range Riders down by 2. Welcome back in. It is the bottom of the 8th inning. As Ira Austin back out there, he'll see 5, 6, and 7 this half frame. Garner, Hornung, and Steele. Range Rider half of the 8th inning. We're going to have some life's important questions here in a moment. As this one swung on to shallow center field, down for a base knock. Leadoff single there by Carson Garner. Five to 3 scoreline, bottom of the 8th inning. But immediately with Hornung stepping up, the tying runs right at the plate for the Range Riders, and they've hit 2 long balls today. Can they find success against Austin, who plasters the strike zone at 87 miles per hour? Austin has allowed just 1 home run this year, and opposing batters are only hitting .267 against the right-hander. Austin originally hailing from New Orleans, Louisiana. Pickoff over to first, not in time. Oh, 1. Floats above the zone. A challenge coming, and it's a good challenge. They're going to win it. Count goes to 0-2 on Carson Hornung. First challenge of the day by Ogden, and they do it successfully. 1 for 1 on the contest. The 0-2. Sky high fly, shallow left field, going to no man's land, and it falls for a base knock. A no man's land single there. That's kind of more an Ogden specialty, but Hornung would gladly rip a page out of the book. As now Jacob Steele steps up to the plate. Steele, I'm sure, feeling a little bit reinvigorated after his family got to visit this week. Got to meet a good crew of the Steeles, his grandparents, the Weems. Always tuning in from abroad when they can't be here in person, but of course, getting to see him play this week obviously helped as well, as we're going to see a pinch runner over on first base. Carson Hornung will be subbed out for Drew Collins, now stepping in. A Jacksonville State player for a Jacksonville State player. Garner on second now, and the speed of Drew Collins on first. And Jacob Steele, the man at the plate. He's hit a myriad of clutch home runs for the Range Riders. 2 grand slams. As he'll drop this one down for a bunt, it's going to be kind of a tricky play. The only throw to make is over to first base, and it's successful. A sacrifice bunt, as clean as you'd like it, for Jacob Steele. And it's a Ferraro throw to Jordan. So the rare 3-4 sacrifice bunt brings up Tommy Rover. Range Riders are going to get 2 hacks at it, with 2 in scoring position, including Drew Collins. One out, bottom of the 8th inning. Rover up to the plate. 5-3, Ogden leads. First pitch into the zone from Ira Austin. Oh, 1 out. Rover's going to have a chance. Beard's going to have a chance. Rover does have the opportunity to have a sacrifice, though, to get him home. That one almost hit the shoes of Rover. One ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Swing and a miss. Rover put a healthy cut into that one. Rover on the season has brought home 46 runs. That leads the team. He was tied coming into the contest with Donovan Ratfield, but his solo shot obviously put him ahead. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Pitch into Tommy Rover with 2 in scoring position. Called strike 3. 94 on the inner cut. And the sacrifice opportunities now off the board. So it's up to Logan Beard, who last time up sent a ball 420 feet to center field for a home run that tied the contest. And that was the only pitch he saw from Ira Austin. A rematch now between the two. In the zone, count goes to 0-1, a 79-mile-per-hour off-speed pitch. Breaker that dropped right in there. 0-1, 2 outs. Swing and a miss. Count goes to 0-2. Range Riders had first and second, nobody out. Dropped down a sac bunt perfectly by Steele. And now 2 in scoring position. Rover struck out, and now Beard in the hole 0-2. Can he flip the script? The pitch into Logan Beard. Hit over towards first and just nabbed. And Ferrara will cross the bag himself for out number 3. That's how the inning ends. Range Riders strand 2 in scoring position. We head to the 9th. Range Riders down by 2. Chase Valentine leads it off here as day turns to night in the Flathead Valley. Fouled off, count goes to 0-1. That's called strike. Now goes to 0-2. Bustamante out here. And called the ball. 1-2. One, two, no outs. Valentine is 2 for 4 today. This one hit to center field for a base knock. 3 for 5 now is Valentine. This one tapped. Wilkinson, sack bunt specialist, gets himself another sack bunt, just like he had in the first inning. There might not be a better sack bunter in this league than Dylan Wilkinson. Okay, he only has 5 on the season. They got him back there, and the second time Valentine has been caught. Oh, Nelly. That is not a good look for the Raptor leadoff man, who twice has extinguished himself on the base paths at second base. That's a hard place to get picked off. And twice he has fallen for it. That time to the comedic effect of the Flathead faithful. Popped up. Count goes to 0-1, so that pretty much renders the sacrifice bunt useless. Oh, 1, 2 outs. Upstairs, 1-1. Range Riders will have the top of the order due up. Ashworth, Ratfield, and Vredenberg. 1 ball, 1 strike. Swing and a miss. Lane punched out, and an eventful inning as this crowd is trying to spur the team to a comeback victory. What will happen with the top of the order due up in the bottom of the 9th?
Thinking about where to host your next office event? Book the indoor event space at Glacier Bank Park. With a capacity up to 145 people, our indoor event space is a flexible, year-round venue ideal for accommodating receptions, conferences, and holiday parties. The spacious layout boasts impressive stadium and mountain views, providing the perfect setting for guests to mingle, network, and celebrate. Book your office party today at glacierbankpark.com.
When injuries occur, it can feel like your goals are out of reach. I'm Dr. Karen Purser, an orthopedic surgeon and sports medicine specialist at Logan Health. If you injure a joint, muscle, or bone, our orthopedics and sports medicine specialists are here to help. Our highly specialized surgeons, clinicians, and physical therapists offer innovative treatments and the latest minimally invasive procedures to help you recover and return to activity faster and stronger so that you can reach your goal.
Welcome to Magoo & Company, a third-generation family-owned business nestled in the heart of downtown Whitefish. We offer a dazzling array of diamonds, ethically sourced Montana sapphires, and captivating custom designs that capture the essence of Montana's natural beauty. From jewelry design and appraisals to cleaning, repairs, and gemologist consulting, your satisfaction is our priority. Experience the magic of Magoo & Company and discover the perfect piece to celebrate life's special moments.
Welcome back. Last chance for the Glacier Range Riders will come here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Up against the closing option for this Ogden Raptors squad. Quick conversation as it looks to be Jonathan Romallo, I believe. It is Romallo into the contest. He has fired 3 scoreless innings thus far and has not allowed a hit in his career for this Ogden Raptors squad. Romallo versus Ashworth to start it off. Squared to bunt And it went right over the heart of the plate. Count goes to 0-1. Ashworth is 3 for 4 today. This would, however, be the first save for Romallo as that one misses inside. Range Riders out of challenges, so they cannot protest any calls by the home plate umpire. Of course, Ogden has 2, so they certainly can. The 1-1 at no out pitch, bottom of the 9th inning. Fouled off. 1-2. Ratfield and Vredenberg guaranteed opportunities. If somebody gets on base, then that means the tying run will have a chance. 1-2. Scraped a piece of it. Stays 1-2. The roster for the Ogden Raptors does not have a hometown for Romallo, does not have a previous team for Romallo. He apparently came out of nowhere, which is not actually true, obviously. That one called a ball, a challenge, and that's going to be a tough way for the Range Riders to get their first out. And Ashworth turned down looking by ABS. 1 out as Donovan Ratfield steps up. For Romallo, played at ASA College, which is in North Miami Beach, Florida. Also played at Miami-Dade College, which is obviously in Miami. And then he had 1 year at Point Park University, which is a D2 school in Pittsburgh. Pitch into Donnie Rat is in the zone. Count goes to 0-1. It was last spring at Point Park where he pitched just 6 2/3 innings and had a 2.70 ERA in that time. Upstairs, 1-1. Romallo is originally from Miami, Florida. Upstairs, 2 balls and 1 strike. Seeing a reset. Of the clock. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out into Donovan Ratfield. In the bottom of the zone. Count goes to 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Up and away, 3-2. A ball here puts a runner on for Brock Vredenberg. (3-2). Ball 4. Ratfield aboard. And it looks like J.D. McLaughlin will run over at first there. McLaughlin at first. And Brock Vredenberg at the plate. Vredenberg 1 for 4 today. .337 batting average on the season, 5 home runs, 23 RBIs. First pitch, called the ball upstairs. Count goes to 1-0. The runner's going. The throw into second. Safe at second. I am flabbergasted by the decision to steal there. It was very close. The play at second. McLaughlin steals safely. Oy, oy, oy. That one might have been out. Oh, that look at the replay was not a great look as this one gets by. Then an off-balance throw to third is safe again by J.D. McLaughlin. J.D. we have not seen since he exited Sunday's contest with a presumed injury against Billings. But as that one makes the count, 3-0 for Brock. Bluff of the bat. Wow. A stolen base and let's see what it gets scored at, actually. Ball 4 inside, and Vredenberg has a walk. Now who do the Range Riders have? Maybe to run for Vredenberg, or do they keep Vredenberg out there? Infield all going to meet right now to figure out what they're going to do. Vredenberg works a walk after a stolen base and a reached on wild pitch. I'm assuming. Let me still double check to make sure. No, it is a pass ball because that did escape the glove. Vredenberg on first, and it gives the Range Riders extra time to think about it. Who do they possibly pinch run if they do want to pinch run? All they have available is Lutzow. They don't have Collins anymore. So it's Lutzow in terms of position player. Which obviously is a catcher. He's a fast catcher, but honestly, Vredenberg's fairly fast as well. Especially for a big guy. So it'll be Millen stepping up with one out. First pitch delivered into the lower outside corner. Count goes to 0-1. Millen is 1 for 4. He had a 3-run blast last night. And now with these Range Riders down by 2, he represents the go-ahead run at home plate. 0-1, 1 out, bottom of the 9th inning. In the zone as well, it just cut the inner corner, and the count goes to 0-2. Carson Garner waits on deck. Millen had a long stare down at that one. I'll tell you, if it was challenged, it would have been a strike. It was close, but again, would have been a strike. 0-2, 1 out into Jake Millen with a runner on third and a runner on first and a 5-3 Ogden lead. This one hit over towards first. It's grabbed, and the throw is made for out number 2. Vredenberg, however, on the slow roller, was able to get to second base. McLaughlin obviously scores. It's 5-4. It's the first earned run given up by Romalo. Romalo, again, there's not much on him because he only played 1 year at a 4-year college. But all the way back in 2020, he was the 432nd ranked recruit by perfect game, and he had committed to Florida Southwestern State College. I think we're getting a pinch runner. Yes, we are. It is Connor Housley pinch running at second base. Vredenberg, again, is fairly fast. Connor Housley, however, apparently deemed to be faster out there, as the Range Riders want any little bit they can get. As now let's dig into the history book and see what Connor Housley's numbers are. As a player, he was a 4-year letterman at Sandy Creek High School. He was also drafted in the 17th round, Connor Housley. I don't have the specific numbers as there's a called strike. There's 2 outs here, bottom of the 9th inning. Housley on second base representing the tying run in a 1-run contest here in the bottom of the 9th. Garner, a base knock, likely gives a chance for the Range Riders to equalize it. 0-1, 2 outs. Missing, 1 ball, 1 strike. Again, I have his pitching numbers from high school. I do not have exactly his stolen base number in high school, which certainly would be helpful right now. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pitch clock was running down, and it counts as a disengagement there as he steps off. Okay, and we got to go all the way back to the class of 2019 perfect game profile. Swing and a miss, count goes to 1-2. All right, we might not have much time to talk about it. He was also an outfielder, Connor Housley. I can tell you that much. Usually speed comes with the outfield, but will he even get a chance to run? 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Tying run on second base in a 5-4 contest. The pitch from Romalo into Gardner. Garner sees it go low and away. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bottom of the 9th inning, tying run on second base. Romalo into Garner once more. Hit on the ground, up the middle. Valentine gets to it. The throw to first, on target, on time. Out number 3. The Ogden Raptors escape, stranding the tying run at second base. We will go to the postgame show. We'll be right back. Range Riders fall to the Ogden Raptors. Final score, Ogden 5, Range Riders 4. We'll be right back. Welcome back in. Range Riders fall in this one by a final score of 5-4. Ira Austin ends up getting the winning decision, while the losing pitcher will be Davis Pratt, allowing 2 earned runs, having 3 strikeouts in an inning and a third. The save goes to Romalo despite allowing 1 run. Final score once again, Range Riders 4, Ogden 5. Take a look around the league here and see what's going on elsewhere in the PBL. Oakland beats Boise 9-8 in the knockout round. Long Beach 3-2 over Red Pocket. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we have 4 of the 6 games that are all final right now decided by 1 run. Oakland over Boise 9-8. Long Beach over Red Pocket 3-2. Missoula beats Billings 12-11, and Ogden beating Glacier 5-4 here. It's a 17-run game. in Idaho Falls, 29-12. The Chuckers lead the Voyagers, and Modesto leads Yuba Sutter 16-6 down in California. A huge shout out to everybody that makes this broadcast possible. Final score, Range Riders fall at the hands of the Ogden Raptors 5-4. For everybody here at the Glacier Range Riders, please have a great rest of your evening. We'll talk to you tomorrow at 1:05 p.m. for Cars Day. And until then, have a great rest of your evening and stay safe out there.